night to become the youngest undisputed lightweight champion in boxing history. Lopez started strong, fended off a late surge by Lomachenko in the second half of the fight to get the upset. Max, you know I'm coming to you first. Did you agree with the Lopez unanimous decision?
Oh, yeah, there's nothing to disagree with. Look, boxing, as far as fights go, because boxing has a quirky way of scoring, it's round by round, and unless there's a knockdown, it's just 1 point per round.
Yeah.
So sometimes you could see a fight, and at the end you go, fighter A won. But when you break it down round by round, you go, oh, I guess it was 6-6. For those who had Lopez or who had Lomachenko as a draw, because you can't possibly have Lomachenko winning the fight, you gave, look, it's like this. Here are the definitive rounds. Rounds 1, 3 through 6, and 12 were definitely Lopez. That's 6 rounds. That's at least a draw. Lomachenko won rounds 8 through 11 for sure. That's 4 rounds, right? So one fighter won 6 definitively, one fighter won 4. Rounds 2 and 7 could have gone either way. So I would say the possible range of scores is 8-4 to Lopez to 6-6 draw. And I would say that the most of the scores you would find are in the middle, around 7-5 Lopez. He fought a great fight. They say a good big man beats a good little man, and Lopez is a naturally larger fighter. Lomachenko had 400 amateur fights, lost 1, and beat that guy twice with 2 gold medals. He is a great, great fighter. A good big man doesn't beat a great little man. It takes something more than a good big man to do that, and Lopez is more than just good. He kept Lomachenko honest with his jab, body shots, and the threat of a big right hand. And when Lomachenko, usually he figures his guy out, and then comes the avalanche. When the avalanche came, because it came, Lopez fought it off, won the 12th round decisively, and won that fight. That's a great performance by a new star.
I had Lopez winning the first 6 rounds and the 12th. Easy. You understand? To me, I'm talking about in terms of numbers, number of rounds, that was it for me. And I thought Lomachenko needed to knock a knockout to win. He did not. I do agree with Max Kellerman about Lopez showing up in the 12th round and fight. He didn't back away. He didn't listen to his dad saying, you got to fight one, you got to fight one. When Lomachenko came for him, he's like, I'm a fighter. I ain't backing up. And he made sure to show the world that at 23 years of age, I'm a champion. And you're going to have to come take this from me. I'm not giving you a damn thing. I loved his quickness. We know about Lopez's power, but I'm talking about his quickness defensively. Now, obviously, Lomachenko caught him with a few shots as the fight waned. But I saw Lopez being elusive, and I love that because it's one thing for you to have the power and the quickness to go along with the power offensively. A lot of guys can look good until they get hit. There were times where he got hit, and there were other times where he was slipping Lomachenko's punches, and you don't see that. And we all know that Lomachenko's footwork is exceptional. It's practically unrivaled. So you could see what he's done to numerous fighters, which contributed to them quitting, like Nicholas Walters and others. He tried that with Lopez. It didn't work. Lopez's footwork worked. His speed was there. Some power, obviously, but his elusivity is what impressed me most. The fact that he was able to slip a number, not all, but a number of those
Lomachenko.
pitches.
He wouldn't let Lomachenko establish his outside foot.
And I loved it.
Yeah, for me, coming into this fight, obviously I always talk to Max about fighting. I love it. I was thinking, and Lopez mentioned it pre-fight, everybody thought it was going to be very Mayweather-Canelo when they fought, and that he would be outclassed. If you look at the first 6 rounds, it was about patience. He was patient. He didn't rush himself. He used his jab, which is something that we aren't used to seeing him do. And then obviously Lomachenko came on. What I was most impressed with was the last round, when his father is telling him, you got this fight. He went out and took it. He understood that Lomachenko was going to continue to press, continue to get in range. And when he got in range, he made sure to punch him out of it. And you can see that Lomachenko felt that power. He felt and he understood that if I keep putting myself in this position, it's a possibility that this young bull can knock me out. And I don't get wrapped up into boxing the way that I was this Saturday when the heartbeats were playing before the fights. My heart was beating fast. I had anxiety, and I'm feeling that way. And then I go out and watch this young 23-year-old be calm and be confident and be patient. And there were rounds that he'd win the round and then he'd wink off to the side like, I got this. And I thought to be fighting such a great fighter like Lomachenko, but to have the understanding of what to do was amazing to me, Max.
You both bring up the 12th round. I totally agree. The fight felt like it hung in the balance, and his father was telling him, don't fight, you have this fight won. That's not Teofimo Lopez. You know what it reminded me of, Stephen? I think you'll appreciate this. Hagler Leonard. Okay, I'm going all the way back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard, Stephen A. He jumped out to a big lead just like Lopez did. And Marvin Hagler, who was the best pound for pound back then, just like Lomachenko, a lot of people think started pouring it on. Lomachenko was headbutting him, roughing him up, beating him up a little bit. And at a certain round, in the 9th round, Hagler's coming on. Oh, here it comes. And Sugar Ray Leonard flurried off the rope, Stephen A. You remember that?
Yes.
And wouldn't let Hagler take the play
Yep.
away. That's what it
I
reminded
remember.
me
I
of,
was
the
young.
way Lopez fought Lomachenko off and dominated him in the 12th round. That is one of the signature moments in a kid's career who could wind up in the Hall of Fame one day.
Here's what I think we should walk away from. As great as Lomachenko is, Lopez is better for boxing, in my estimation. His power, his knockout percentage, his personality. We need that in boxing. That's why I was rooting for him, and that's why I'm happy
a great
he
kid.
won.
Yep. I'll leave you guys with this. I always look